Okay, so the first card you've got is nurturing. So it looks like you're going through the phase where you're looking after somebody or looking after something. So you're taking care of maybe a person or children, but there's certainly an element of nurturing going on. So looking after something, taking care of something. You could even be a care worker as well. And you've got the card of fertility over here, which is talking about maybe a pregnancy, giving birth to something, or you could well be pregnant, and or maybe having a baby, or maybe thinking of having a baby. So definitely fertility being on your mind over here. So the relationship that you are in is, there's a lot of, there's the card of faithfulness over here. So there's 3 fish over here within this card and 3 birds. So there might be 3 really, really good friends that you have that you're communicating with, phoning or even, maybe sending them emails, that kind of thing. And they're very, very supportive of you, and, and you get along pretty well with them. You're able to, express your emotions very nicely to them. So a really good friendship going on with these people over here. This also might be getting together with some friends and maybe, exchanging, a very emotional get together rather. So, having some fun times with these people. Maybe having a good natter as well. So in the past, you've got desire. It looks like you were looking to get out of any kind of difficult situation, and you have your goals and your ideas set on something. Maybe there was somebody that has come into your arena that you very much wanted to have a relationship with. You were trying to work out ways in which you can attract this person's attention. You're certainly going through a phase in your relationship where there's a lot of harmony, a lot of communication, and you're getting along pretty well at the moment. There looks like there's some divine intervention going on over there. It looks like you've reached a good level within your relationship where things are going on, and maybe this is the reason why you're planning on maybe setting up a family with this person. You'll have overcome quite a lot of problems, quite a lot of issues, and you are now starting a brand new phase over here where you want to move forward with this person. And you're certainly sitting and thinking about it. Maybe you have been discussing this with this person as well. So going into the future, you've got intuition over here. So if there are any problems that crop up, any obstacles that crop up, you actually need to use your intuition to get over it. So trust your gut instincts and look to the future. You need to make some future plans as well, because you can see this woman's looking to the future and doing a lot of thinking about it as well. So you do always need to have a plan. You need to be always strategic about the future. Even if things look like they're going very, very well, it's always nice to make sure that you have a goal in mind. So make sure you are making some good plans for the future. You've got the summer fruits card over here, so there's abundance coming in for you. Things are going to start working out for you, and you are going to get whatever you want. So this card is almost akin to the Empress card, about achievement, about, this nurturing card, whatever you've been looking after, whatever you've been investing a lot of time and effort into in this relationship, it's all going to pay off with the summer fruits. So you have things coming, maybe they haven't reached, the height of their abundance right now, but they will. Because these are summer fruits. They need to mature. This relationship needs to mature, and eventually you will get a lot of rewards coming out from that relationship. So it's going to make you very, very happy, and there's a lot of abundance and emotional fulfillment coming out from it. But do make sure that you have a plan in place. Never just wing it. Everything requires work. And it always requires dedication, even a relationship. So you don't let things go. Let things follow their own routes without actually having some kind of idea about where they're going to. In other words, so make sure that you have a good input into it, and you have a good plan about what you want from the future. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Swords over here. So, there has been some kind of issue that you've dealt with. You can see there's a lot of fire in the background over here. And now you're taking a break from all the drama that has happened. So you've actually excluded yourself or moved away from that drama or taken yourself out of that situation. And you are now, getting some rest, trying to recover from it, doing a lot of deep thinking. And you can see this person's facing the future. So you are making plans for the future, deciding on how you can get over whatever heartbreak situation you went through. So you're trying to recover from whatever you've been through. So, what's happening with you? You've got the Three of Pentacles over here, and you've got the Knight of Swords over here. So it looks like you've received some kind of very difficult message. It has come, and it has caused a lot of problems. So this was the message. There might have been some kind of legal decision that was made already. So this person is walking away. So they've delivered the news. The decision was made. You received this legal news. And this, it's now, you are now dealing with the aftermath of it. And of course, it has left you a bit devastated over here, because you see this person looks like they're, very, very tired. It's been some kind of legal battle, legal decision. It caused a lot of chaos, a lot of problems. And now, they're trying to cope with it. The focus is now going back on to trying to work on maybe this is your work itself, because you've got the Three of Pentacles over here. You're not trying to pick up the pieces and get things sorted out. Whatever that decision was, it was devastating, and now you're trying to rebuild with this Three of Pentacles. So you're trying to rebuild yourself. You're trying to rebuild your relationship. You're trying to refocus yourself on, rebuild your life again. This is what this Three of Pentacles is showing. So whatever decision it is, you're taking some time out, and you're trying to make plans on how you're going to rebuild your life. So you might have been dealing with a fire sign person. You've got the Three of Rods over here. There might have been a intervention from other people, a third-party situation going on. This person that you might have been dealing with, what may have been a fire sign person, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and it looks like they were somebody that stirred up a lot of problems. You've got them carrying almost a yin and yang, water, fire kind of ball in their hands. So if this was a relationship, you were the water sign person, this was the fire sign person. Water and fire really don't mix with each other, and maybe this is where all the problems started off, where you both had different opinions. This person was getting advice from other people supporting this person, and you didn't really have that support. So you were maybe bullied out of that situation. Maybe everybody else's opinions mattered to this person and you didn't. So it seems like there was some kind of problem that happened. It was definitely almost like a fireball that happened over there. And it seems like this had been going on the last the last year. So you've got the Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups over here. So there was a lot of disappointment, a lot of letdown. Maybe this person, broke your heart, obviously. And you are now still looking. This is dealing with that heartbreak situation. This is all the regret, all the misery, upset, the depression, and you're trying to walk away from that situation. So whatever this person did to you, it seems like they got advice from other people. There was a lot of arguments. You can see even this rod has got a lot of fire on it. It didn't seem like you're connected with each other, because even though this is yin-yang, the two elements are both separate in this little fireball of yours. The fire and the water are both separate from each other. So it doesn't seem like you're really connected. And this man is wearing armor. So there was a lot of fighting that went on, a lot of arguments that went on over here. And it seems like they may have gotten advice from other people around them. And that was not in your favor. And it seems like, you were let down in the situation. You were deceived. You were, betrayed almost in this situation over here. And you are now forced to leave it behind and walk away from it. This has happened in the last month. This could well be a divorce because, like I said, it seems like a decision was made and now you're trying to rebuild your life again. So on your mind over here, you've got the Justice card over here. So it seems like that decision was made. And this in the front here, she's making the decision, but it looks like a decision was made. You've got the sword that has fallen. It looks like things ended, because you've got a butterfly here, which is signifying transformation. And it looks like the scales have fallen on the ground over here. So maybe the decision wasn't in your favor. Whatever that decision was made, it meant that you had to just leave everything and move on. So the scales are on the ground over here. Maybe the decision was never made in your favor, and you've had to now just accept it and move on with it. So it has caused a big change in your life, a big transformation. So going into the future, you've got the 9 of Rods over here. And, this is the card of fighting that last battle. This is standing up to fight the last battle. And this is now, just giving up that situation and moving on. So it looks like with this 9 of Rods, there might be some help coming in for you to help you sort these problems out. So somebody might be there to help you. You've gone through a lot. You're standing over there. This is almost like your last bit of strength. You're standing up over there. Even the light has gone off in this man's rod here. You can see usually he has that, it's right. He's standing up. He looks really fierce on this side of the card. But here it seems like, he's almost just standing there, waiting to see what happens next. He put up his best fight, and now he's waiting to see what happens. And it looks like there might be somebody that comes in to give you that assistance after going through a difficult period. So you've got the 8 of Swords, and this is how you're feeling. You are feeling very, very tied up. But if you see this card, there's some news coming in as well. Maybe whatever situation you are in, if it's something to do with legalities, you're feeling very tied up by maybe, what has been, maybe whatever that judgment was has tied your hands. So you can't really do anything. You are unable to actually make any kind of moves. But you can see you've got the sword in your hands over here. This woman's got the sword bound with her hands. So if she moves her hands a little bit, she can use the sword to cut herself out, which means that whatever you have the power, even though you're feeling very disempowered right now, there is something that you can actually do to get yourself out of this situation, get yourself unstuck out of the situation. And it's almost like it is there for you, but you haven't used it yet. So there's some kind of information, some kind of weapon, some kind of means that you have to actually get yourself unstuck from the situation. Here she seems very bound and very blind on this side of the card. But in this side of here, you can see there's some news coming in that's going to give you the information you need, or that power you need to get yourself unstuck from this particular situation. And it's very, very powerful information, because this is a bird of prey. So there's something coming in, or somebody bringing some kind of information or some kind of means in order for you to get yourself unstuck from the situation. So you will be able to get yourself free. And this card, you can't see this woman wearing a blindfold, so you will be able to see who this person is. You will know when this person brings this information. So some important information coming for you to get you unstuck from that situation. And even here, you've got the 8 of Rods over here. So you've got this lightning bolt coming in here, and all these rods coming in over here. Now here you can see news going off, but here you can see some very, very important revelation coming in for you to give you that power, that energy, in order for you to move forward, to get out of the situation. This is a flying horse, if you like. Pegasus was the flying horse. And, this is information that comes in very quickly and will allow you to move out of the situation. And it comes in like a revelation. It's going to be able to get you unstuck from any difficult whatever problems you're going through now. It seems like this information comes in. It comes in you can see there's lots of lightning bolts over here, but this is a main one that comes. This is very important piece of information coming in from you, for you over the air. So that might be some kind of communication, maybe telephone call, maybe an email, something coming through the ether that gives you a lot of power in order for you to get unstuck from the situation coming through the air, and it helps you move forward. So both of these things are about taking flight from a situation after having gotten this information that comes in. So this might be in the form of something legal. So you're a legal weapon for you to actually use to get yourself unstuck from the situation. So you're not disempowered. You actually are going to get some news, some information, something to help you fight whatever this case is. And you want to start afresh. You can see this is the Fool starting afresh over here. So this is your aim, to start off brand new again. So going into the future, you've got the Eight of Cups over here. This is the Judgment card, and this is the High Priestess. So you can see with the Eight of Cups moving away from a very, very difficult situation. And this is usually, this is making plans, but this is you actually moving away from this very, very difficult situation. You've got the Sun over here. So you have got some idea. Enlightenment has come in for you. You have weighed the pros and cons, and now you are going to be walking away from the difficult situation. You've got this Judgment card over here. So a new pathway. So you are at the crossroads in your life, and you are going to start off afresh over here. So this is like, going to something that on this side of the card, the angel calling you to make the decision. But here a decision has been made, and you will move forward, and you will fly forward. So this is a big sun, a lot of hope, and you will be successful now. So better things are coming for you. You'll start brand new. You're leaving the past behind. You're starting, being given that second chance, and you will be moving away from anything that is not serving you over here. So they're walking away from the grave stones over here. So you're leaving that past behind, and you're being given a second chance to start something brand new. And with this full sun and the bird flying through it, this is another bird of prey. It looks like a lot of power coming back into your hands again, and a lot of enlightenment coming as well, and a lot of success. The sun always brings success. Now you've got the High Priestess card over here, and you can see here are the keys. So you are being given the keys in order for you to move forward. So your path is open. You are going to be given some kind of information, because the High Priestess, she's the keeper of the knowledge. She's the keeper of the book of secrets. But in this side that is being faced to you, what you have now is you have the keys. It's almost like having the keys to the city. You can do anything that you want and go anywhere you want, and doors will open for you. You have both keys, the silver key and the gold key. So there's nothing that's going to be able to stand in your way. Nothing is going to stand in your way. You're going to be able to move forward because you now have the keys. The keys are being given to you by the universe. You can see this is something depicting the universe over here. So you are being given the keys to the universe almost. So you will be able to move forward, and it will be a very successful move for you. So you have to leave behind what has happened to you. There is help coming in. So don't despair. Whatever went down, even though the judgment was made and it doesn't seem like it's in your favor because the scales are dropped, maybe the decision that was made was pretty unjust and you are very unhappy about that. But there's help coming in for you over here. Even with this Nine of Rods, you've got over here some very, very important information that will help you move away from it, from that situation. And it looks like you've got the sword in your hand and this bird of prey bringing information in for you to move away from that situation. So although you feel like you are disempowered or defeated, you are not, because the universe is now giving you the keys with this High Priestess, and it will open all the doors that you need to succeed. Oops. So this Emperor card has fallen. Oops. This is the Archangel Power Tarot for the Oracle read. And the first card, as like I said, is the Emperor card, which says stability, efficiency, taking charge of the situation and making ambitious plans. So you do need to make some plans, and you do need to take your power back. You need to get not feel disempowered. This is a card about taking power, taking charge, taking authority, and knowing that you have the authority in your hand as well. So the Emperor card has fallen. And you've got the Page of Raphael, which says a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. So there is some kind of information coming in for you, a very healing bit of information, also a very empowering bit of information coming in for you, and you are going to be moving out of this situation soon. And you've got the Four of Ariel, which over here, which says when you give, you will receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you spend your money. So you need to keep an open mind in order for you to move forward. So whatever information comes in, however this information comes in, it can come in the form of a message. A friend could bring in this message. You could have a dream about it. You need to use that piece of information because it's something that is going to be life-changing. You can see it's like a lightning bolt coming in, but it gives you wings to fly away from this situation. So it might actually be that you even decide to physically move away from it. You might travel away from the situation as well. You're being empowered by the universe. You're being given the keys. And like I said, there are 3 cards here that have got flying animals in it. So you've got the bird over here with the 8 of swords, which is saying physically moving. So there might be some air travel. You've got this flying horse over here, and this is also physically flying through the air. And you've got this bird in this judgment card showing that you are going to be flying away. So maybe you are planning on, you will actually physically move away from that, air travel away, fly away from that situation, move away from that situation because it's no longer serving you.